It's that time again. It's time for This is Commentary with Ozzy Rose. Hello, everyone. I hope everyone's having a blessed day today. I'm Ozzy Rose. This is always recorded live from my hometown of Jonesboro, Arkansas. And as you know, most of the time I don't have a topic until right before I do the show, and this is one of them times. Too cold is the topic of this commentary segment. As everybody here in the Mid-South learned about being too cold, this has been one of the coldest winters on record. We haven't had this type of cold probably in close to 20 years. Not only that, probably about the 8 inches of snow we got, and about a half inch of sleet and freezing rain on top of that. And the snow has stuck around for a long while. Most of it has melted off except for the snow piles where they, piled it up in parking lots and stuff. But most all the rest of it has melted. But speaking of too cold, you can look at things being too cold in a lot of ways, not just for winter like we had here, like the old Mark Chestnut hit. It's too hot to fish, too hot for golf, and too cold at home. Too cold can be in many different ways, not just feeling too cold from the winter temperatures, but and frostbite and stuff like that. But being too cold to be at home, I don't have that problem. Worried about that. I don't have a home, but if I had a home and I don't have a girlfriend, so that wouldn't happen for me either. Being too cold at home. But I know it does for a lot of you at times in relationships, and it works both ways for women towards their boyfriends or husbands. Sometimes it's too cold for them to be at home. And I get that too. I know when my late wife was alive, we rarely ever had what you call an argument. That's something it rarely ever happened. If we did, it wasn't that bad a one either. So it never got to the point to where it was too cold at home for me, and I know she felt the same way. But I mean, it does happen, in relationships, whether it's between a man and a woman, or a woman and woman, man and man, or whatever. Sometimes it's too cold for anybody, so to speak. But the good thing about it, if it is too cold at home, there's nothing like making up. I've always said that too. When it's too cold at home between whoever you're with, then sometimes you just live with a family member and it's too cold to be at home, so to speak, too, or if it's just two friends sharing the rent on a place, sometimes it's too cold for them to be at home, but then sometimes it's not. Sometimes things are really great at home. I've always said there's nothing like friends and family, and even friends, like with relationships between boyfriend and girlfriend, or husband and wives. I mean, sometimes friends get into it. But I guess if they're really true friends, to begin with, they work their problems out, and it's not too cold for them anymore. I'm talking about close friends, like your inner circle of friends. I don't have to worry about that either. I don't have an inner circle of friends. My friends are kind of like from afar. But I mean, I'm glad to have the thousands of friends from afar that I've got. Some might ask, well, would you rather have a few close friends and not have that many at all, as far as any friends from afar? And I would tell them, if I was given the choice, no, I would love to have the thousands upon thousands of friends that I have from afar, rather than just to have a few close friends. Don't get me wrong. We all want a close circle of friends, I guess. And I've had a close circle of friends before. I've been ghosted not too very long ago by two women that I thought were my friends, but they wasn't my friends. They kind of made that clear that I'm not on their radar, but that worked both ways. They're not on my radar, nor will they ever be on my radar. Now, don't get me wrong. I've not had no males ghost me, and I know this is not what this topic's about. But it's pretty cold when the two women that I had for close friends, we never had a bad word. They didn't say nothing bad to me, I didn't them. They just quit, So I don't know about a lot of you, but I kind of take offense to that. But it's no big deal because they're not on my radar. because they can't do what I do. Now, I'm not talking about the commentary segment. They can do a commentary segment. They can do a live show like I do. They can do 2 posts a day like I do, 7 days a week. They can do a confessions video once a week, but they can't go out here and strut like I do. And that they can't do, and I take great pride in that. So, they may think that because of their middle-class lifestyles that, they're better than I am, but no, I'm better than they are. Because on any given day, there's really not nobody that can do that like me. There's other people that can strut, and there's others that do. But none can do it for as many hours as I do it in a day without a sitting down break, and I don't take one. And as fast as I do it, 6 miles an hour. So I take great pride in that, So when someone starts thinking they're better than me, the first thing I let them know is, no, I'm better than you. If anybody's better than anybody, I'm better than you. Because you can't do what I do. But I guess you could say that those 2 that ghosted me are financially better. Yeah, they're middle class, but that's the only way they're better. I'm not dirt broke. I get 2 paychecks a month, so I'm not broke, and I don't pay bills like they do. I don't pay mortgages. I don't answer to no landlord. I don't answer to anybody. So, and that's just me. I know everybody don't see things the way I do, and that's a good thing, I guess. I mean, some people see some things the way I do, but we're all different, So, it's just what it is. But I mean, I'm like this. I can see where, like the one that ghosted me said that she was been friends with this other woman for 25 years. And that's a good thing when you're a friend with someone, a close friend for 25 plus years. That's a good thing. I don't have anything against that. But that same friend, she talks real bad about. The other one didn't talk bad about her at all, But that's the way it is. She's cold towards her, but the other one wasn't cold back, That's what I'm saying. It can be too cold between 2 friends, like those 2 women, for example, that I'm talking about. They've been friends for 25 years, So I've not really had any friends that lasted 25 years. My whole entire life, it wasn't nothing I did to them, like with these 2 ladies. They ghosted me. I wasn't on their radar anymore. They're lost, is the way I look at it. I'm not cold about it. I'm not mad about it. It's just what the facts are, But I mean, it is too hot to fish sometimes, too hot for golf, and too cold at home for a lot of you. But like I said, the good thing is when you're in a relationship with one another, a loving relationship, there's nothing like making up, So I guess nobody has the perfect relationship. Nobody has the perfect marriage, so to speak. Nothing's perfect anyways, as you all know. But I would say this: if things are too cold between you and a friend, or between you and your lover, or you and your husband or wife, just pray about it and you'll work things out. If you truly love one another, it won't stay cold forever. It gets hot at times at home, it gets cold at times at home, but it don't stay cold and it don't stay hot, And between 2 friends, if they're really diehard good friends, it doesn't stay cold between them. They work their problems out, And that's just the way it is. And that's a good friendship when you can do that. It's a good relationship between a man and woman, or another man and a man, or vice versa, woman and woman. You work your problems out. Like I said, nothing like making up with a friend, nothing like making up with a lover or a husband or wife. So it's true, it don't stay cold forever, but it don't stay hot forever either. That's going to wrap it up probably for this segment here, this commentary segment of Too Cold. I hope everyone's not too cold out there today across the nation. We're still in winter, and we understand the groundhog's seeing his shadow, so there's 6 more weeks of winter. God help us. Stay warm, don't stay cold. So long, everybody. Have a great day. God bless you all.